The Samsung Galaxy A53 5G cost as much as an iPhone 11 Pro. And at that price, I think it makes sense for us to compare the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G with the iPhone 11 Pro. And we are going to do this and see which one provides more value for your money coming up next.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Now, the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G was released in March of 2022, whilst the iPhone 11 Pro was released almost 3 years ago. But since the iPhone 11 Pro has reduced in price, today I'm going to compare it with the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the unboxing experience. The iPhone 11 Pro Max is very special because it's the last iPhone which came with a charging adapter included in the box. Came with a pair of earpods, not AirPods, earpods, the one with the cable. Came with stickers, came with so many things. The box is actually very big, right? Whereas the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G, being a mid-range phone, doesn't have a charger in the box, doesn't have an earphone, nothing. Like, it's just amazing. It's incredible how the mighty have fallen. Next, I want us to look at the design of the two phones. The Samsung Galaxy A53 5G has glass in front and plastic at the back, right? So plastic is supposed to be durable. But in my time of using the iPhone 11 Pro series, right, the Pro Max for the past 3 years, I've noticed that though it has glass at the back, the glass is pretty durable. Like, this one has fallen several times. The phone is kind of built like a tank. When it comes to this, it might be like more of personal preference. If you like plastic devices because they are more durable, if it falls, you know there's no glass at the back to shatter. But if you want an iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max, when you hold it, you can feel that this phone feels more premium than that of the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. So in terms of design and the build quality, I prefer that of the iPhone to the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Let me know what you prefer in the comments below. Now, also looking at the design, the iPhone 11 Pro Max still has this old outmoded design, right? So it has this huge swimming pool notch, which, come on, we've passed that stage right now. We're expecting the iPhone 14 not to have that terrible notch. The Samsung Galaxy A53 5G, on the other hand, has a hole punch camera cutout display, which is very modern, and it gives you like a larger screen to body ratio kind of, right? It's almost all display. Speaking of display, you also get a Super AMOLED display on the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Plus, you also get a 120Hz fast refresh rate, whereas you get a regular 60Hz refresh rate on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Is that a deal breaker? If you are somebody who uses like an iPhone, you probably don't know what a fast refresh rate is. So it's not something that you are missing out on. If you've used an Android device which has a high refresh rate and you come back to an iPhone, you might notice, you might not notice. But in terms of video quality, you enjoy consuming content on both devices. Now, speaking about display and consuming content, the speakers on the iPhone 11 Pro Max are some of the loudest I've heard in any device, way louder than the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. So in terms of consuming content, you are going to enjoy richer, louder, clearer, more bass intense audio on the iPhone 11 Pro Max than on the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Next, let's look at the unique specs you get on one device that you don't get on the other. So for example, on the iPhone, you get wireless charging, right? So in case you don't have a wire charger or your charging port is spoiled, you can use a wireless charge. The Samsung Galaxy A53 5G doesn't have wireless charging. On the iPhone, you also get an IP68 water and dust resistance rating, whilst you get an IP67 rating on the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Next, you need to decide if you want an in-display fingerprint sensor or a Face ID. The iPhone comes with Face ID, while the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor. It's a bit slow at unlocking your device. You need to keep your finger on the display for quite a bit. Whilst the iPhone 11 Pro Max or the Pro Series, due to the recent iOS 15.4 update, you're able to even unlock your device with a face mask or nose mask on, which is pretty dope. Next, let's take a look at the performance of both devices. The Samsung Galaxy A53 5G comes with either 128 or 256 gigs of storage, which is also expandable up to 1 terabyte. And in terms of RAM and memory, you get 4 or 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. So you have a lot of options, right? The iPhone, on the other hand, comes with either 64 gigs, 128 gigs, 256 gigs, or 512 gigs of storage. You don't have any expandable storage option. And you only get 4 gigs of RAM. But that 4 gigs of RAM is pretty good to give you a really good performance. And you also get the A13 Bionic processor, which is a 7 nanometer processor. With the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G, however, you get an Exynos 1280 chipset, which is a 5 nanometer processor. So it would have, I mean, on paper, it looks like, oh, 5 nanometer is better than 7 nanometer, but nope. In real day performance, like when I was editing videos and shooting videos and running multiple apps, I noticed that the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G really struggled, especially when you are editing videos on your phone, right? I have this video editing app called VN Editor, and that's what I use in editing almost all my videos. And it really struggled, especially when you are rendering back your video. Sometimes it doesn't even play the video, like it's very, very laggy. Whilst I never had that experience on the iPhone 11, it's pretty smooth, renders the video very, very fast. Next, let's talk about the cameras on both devices. So I have like a very detailed comparison of the two in terms of video and photo taking capabilities. So if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss that episode. But what I can tell you of the bat, right, is that the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G has a macro camera, whilst the iPhone doesn't. So you have like more options. But when it comes to video recording, you get more options on the iPhone than you get on the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. So for example, you get 4K 60 frames per second on both the front and back cameras of the iPhone, whilst you can only record 4K in 30 frames per second on the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. I also noticed that video is more stable on the iPhone than on the Samsung, though both of them claim they have optical image stabilization. The footage from the Samsung is not very smooth or very stable, as you can see on your screens. Whilst this is the same video shot on the iPhone, you can see how relatively smooth it is, right? Like I said, I have a detailed comparison coming up, so make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss that one. Next, the Samsung has 5G, but in Ghana, I don't have 5G access. It means though that the Samsung is future proof, but how important is 5G to you? It's not like it's the highest or fastest 5G network available. So in a nutshell, this is a comparison of the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Let me know which of the two phones you prefer, given the same budget of about $450. If you had $450, which of these two phones would you rather buy? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, Bibre.